Mark Twain once said, the two most important days in your life are the day you're born and the day you find out why. I found that why when I heard Jesus say, come, follow me. So I want to thank Jesus Christ for calling a struggling teenager and giving him a calling. I want to thank my mother for not killing that struggling teenager and instead turning to the church where our family was transformed. My indebtedness is to my family. My wife of 42 years, Debbie's been amazing, so wise. We've been partners in our work. Our children, our two daughters, our entire family. I'm grateful to the friends we've made across the years and the colleagues in this conference. I'm thankful. My heart overflows with gratitude for the churches we've served, but especially the people of Broadway, where I've served these last 22 years. For your vision and passion and pioneering spirit, I'm grateful. To the staff there, the pastoral team, the amazing staff, I'm also thankful. As we move into this new phase of our lives, we're grateful for the journey ahead, and we'll continue to be servants of Jesus Christ all the days of our lives.
For my wife Georgia and I must say it's been an interesting journey these past 30 years of ministry to the people of Christ. Life can be stressful for a parsonage family, but by the grace of God, we've made it to this crossroad in life. Along the way, we've ministered alongside many dedicated Christians, been a part of many differing churches, families, some loving, some caring, some aloof, some self-absorbed, and a few cantankerous. We have laughed with, cried with, had our hearts lifted and our hearts broken by God's children. Through it all, we have made many new friends we will never forget, and met a few people we want to forget. All the time knowing that God's Holy Spirit has been with us as we ministered for Christ. Thank you.
You get to this point in time and you begin to think about things you wish you would have done differently. And there are a lot of things I wish I would have done differently, but 4 things immediately jump to mind. I wish I would have stayed in every appointment longer. I did a minimum of 8 years at every place, but wish I would have stayed longer. Secondly, I wish I would have spent more time out of the office. Thirdly, I wish I would have risked more. Fourthly, I wish I would have been more invitational in all that I did. But now with an opportunity to have fewer meetings and maybe the chance to not have so many speeding tickets, I think I can do this, and I'm looking forward to it, to the next steps. But I feel very humbled and privileged to have served. Thank you.
I received Jesus and the Holy Spirit when I was 26 years old, and then for the next 26 years I was active in my local church and in the Walk to Emmaus. God called me to 10 years of preparation, earning my BA and my MA and going through the process. And then in 2007 I was ordained as a deacon and endorsed by the United Methodist Endorsing Agency as a chaplain and a counselor. Now 10 years of extension ministry and earning my D-Min, I'm at the precipice of retirement. And I'm like the woman at the well. I'm laying down my jug and looking forward to soaring on the wings of the Spirit until Jesus takes me home.
Hello, I am grateful to be here. Looking forward to retirement. I spent most of my time in chaplaincy, which is who I am. Most of the time with military, as a chaplain in the military and the VA chaplain. I'm very grateful to the conference and to those involved for my ministry. It means a lot to me, and I'll always have that in my heart.
There's an expression that says all good things must come to an end. And so it is that after 43 wonderful years of ministry, it's time to retire. I shall never forget my first appointment. When I arrived at the church, a man said to me, "Well, we've never had a woman minister before." And I said, "That's okay, I've never been one before, but we'll figure it out." And we did. In recent weeks and months, I've had similar conversation with the Lord. My saying, "Lord, I've never been a retiree before." And I've heard God whisper in my ear, "That's okay, we'll figure it out." And so Ken and I will continue this journey together. He'll keep on telling corny jokes and shaking hands with all the kids. And we are ready for whatever adventure God has for us in the future.
37 years ago, God started my wife and I on a journey of ministry in the Kentucky Annual Conference. It's been an amazing journey. I'd like to thank my wife, who has been supportive through the years, my traveling companion throughout this journey. I'd like to thank my children. I'd like to thank the churches that where I've been appointed. There's been some wonderful Christian people who I have had the privilege to serve with. Most of all, I want to thank God, who has been so faithful. We have been blessed tremendously throughout these 37 years. And the chorus of that great hymn, "Great is thy faithfulness, great is thy faithfulness. Morning by morning, new mercies I see. All I have needed, thy hand hath provided. Great is thy faithfulness, Lord, unto me."